Hindenburg report against the former SEBI chief. And there were a number of Congress leaders and the TMC member of parliament who had also taken those allegations and charged against the Adani Group of companies, as well as Madhabi Buch.
Good evening, Megha. Good evening to my fellow panelists and Newsx viewers once again. You see, the allegations were on two counts. One was political, which had a narrative of Adani, Prime Minister Modi, NDA, and so, Adani, Ambani, you know, that common rhetoric which goes. That was one aspect. The second aspect was the technical aspect, where Madhabi Buch and her husband, Dhaval Buch, were accused of having conflicting interest in ICICI Bank and having some interest in the Mauritian offshore funds and so forth, which had connections to probably Mr. Gautam Adani's brother, Vinod Adani, and so. So this Lokpal was a 6-member team, you know, headed by Justice Khanwilkar. Now, if they have concluded that this is based on presumptions and assumptions, I pay attention to these two words, that because it was like this, so it must have been like this. Because it was this, hence it was that. So I think this is, in legal term, we call it as based on conjectures and surmises. That is, you are assuming something and you are making an assumption and you are alligating somebody. Now, what needs to be very clear here, Megha, is that SEBI chairman is appointed with very strict compliance. A SEBI chairman has to declare what assets he or she has, not only for her, but also for her family members. She has to disclose. There are over 6,000 companies which are listed on Indian stock exchanges. There are over 17 crore registered demat holders. So the stake is very high. And when the stake is high, the transparency and diligence of the chairperson of SEBI has to be very, very categorical. You have to declare every single asset that you own, every single interest that you have. So when SEBI chairperson was appointed, this due diligence process, this declaration of transparency process had gone through at that time. And then these allegations came on. The allegations were investigated. A Supreme Court panel was formed. I mean, I remember being on dozens of times on your show ever since Hindenburg broke out. And you know, word about Hindenburg. Where is Nathan Anderson now? Why did he close the shop just before Donald Trump came to power? Which underground place has he disappeared into?
Yeah.
Where is this Hindenburg? Where is this narrative of short selling? It's all also that category. See, people who got glass houses, Megha, should not throw stones at others. A respectable member of parliament of Rajya Sabha has made allegation, and Hindenburg has made allegation. Unfortunately, to the best of my knowledge, both of them do not come clean themselves. They are under investigation. If they don't come clean themselves, I'm sorry, they've got no right to put allegations on somebody else, Megha. That's my first point and first argument.
Okay. All right. Sumit, coming to you, in wake of every single argument that has been put forth by Hindenburg in the Adani case has unraveled itself to the disadvantage of the Hindenburg founders, how do we take the case of the Indian stock market and members of the stock market who have faced significant disadvantage and incurred losses because of this false claim that was being spread as something to be true of Adani Group of companies?
Megha ji, thank you for having me on your show. The first thing what we must understand is this was all a game of political extortion. I have been maintaining this sentence all along. This was a political tool which has failed. This was a political tool which has become useless. And if you talk of the Congress and